Forecast. I'm Joseph, the host of the UFC Forecast. Got the co-host Loaf, and we're giving you the early predictions and betting breakdown for Amir, Albazi, Kai France, UFC Vegas 74, another one at the Apex here. But first, let's go over last week, Loaf. You went 9 for 12. I went 8 for 12. Your locks were money with the double locks. Both of them hit. You're now 3 in a row on locks. But the underdog, Andrei Fiallo.
Yeah, he didn't get it done for me, but, 3 locks. That's good. Hopefully get another lock streak going.
Keep the lock streak, dog streak. Might come back eventually. That was a pretty good run there, 5 in a row. But this week, Madonka was going to be your dog, and now that fight's canceled against John Castaneda, so you're going to be looking for a new underdog.
I can't even find any right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough week for underdogs, that's for sure. But last week, another thing to talk about was my shoey bet. Michael Johnson, my underdog, was not able to get it done for me. Now I have to do a fucking shoey once we get some beers, and you were going to lock in Diego Ferreira as well. And he fucking slept Michael Johnson.
Never expected that big knockout, though.
Yeah.
That was nice, man.
Put him in the fucking shadow realm, that's for sure. Hernandez and Edmund Shabazian in the co-main event. That was a good one. He was one of your locks, and he got the knockout. We thought he was going to get the submission.
Yeah, he looked good in that one.
He looked very good in that one. That was a very good test against Edmund Shabazian.
Nascimento just scraped it out with Latifi.
Your other lock.
Thought that was going to be a finish, split decision.
Yeah. Your other lock just scraped her out of there.
And Borishev came out big that night. Via Slav.
My first lock of the night, I did a double lock too, so I went Nick Fiore, Gilbert Urbina. Nick Fiore, fucking terrible fight against Chase Hooper.
Chase threw the most strikes out of anybody on that whole card, which
Literally.
is crazy.
Nick Fiore had a better fight against Mateus Rebecki, so that one really stunned me. I should not have locked in Nick Fiore. That's my fault, guys. I'm going to have to do a lot better on the locks, but Gilbert Urbina, he was an underdog starting out.
Gilbert looked unreal.
And he looked unreal, and it came to a coin flip. A lot of people were agreeing with me come fight night, but early in the week, I was on Gilbert Urbina as an underdog, and that was a very good lock of the week pick. He got it done against Orion Case there. He's someone to look out for. Like I said, he fought Brian Battle, Sean Brady. He has some very good experience, too.
Yeah.
And Borishev back in the win column. Another 6-3 guy that came out, and he got another win. And it was a huge knockout against Mahashete. Lupita Godinez, good thing we switched the pick on that one.
Yeah.
She looked good, and she got it done by a decision.
Hill was a bad one to pick.
Yeah, that was bad. We shouldn't have switched the pick on that one.
No.
Should have stayed on my girl Mackenzie Dern. Hopefully she wasn't watching that final prediction show, because I had to switch my pick to Angela Hill. Fucking regret that. And if you want to join our Patreon page, it's only $5 a month, exclusive and early access to all of our bets. And in Discord, we have a giveaway bot that we're going to set up once we hit 500 subscribers. So make sure you suplex the subscribe button, smash the like button. We're going to go over these predictions now. These are the early predictions. It's Friday night here. So odds are going to change. Maybe some fights are going to get canceled. And the first fight that got canceled this weekend was Ludovic Klein. He's out against Jim Miller. But Jared Gordon, he's stepping in on short notice after fighting Bobby Green there and getting headbutted.
Yeah.
And then we got
Madonka dropped out.
Mateus Madonka, Lowe's former dog of the week there for this week. He was originally going to be the dog. He's out. And we got a guy from Tajikistan coming in here against John Castaneda, so stay tuned for that. We're going to kick it off with the opener here. Philipe Lins, Maxim Grishin. Grishin's coming in here as a favorite. Lots of experience, but Philipe Lins has power coming off that knockout win against Ovin St. Preux, who is very much on the downcline.
Yeah.
He's retired now, so I don't give much credit to Philipe Lins in that one. I'm going Maxim Grishin for the decision win here, but it could be a bit sketchy. Philipe has the power, but Maxim's been in there with lots of competition. He knows what to expect against a heavy hitter here, and likely gets it done by a decision.
Yeah, Philipe Lins, both of their last fights weren't good.
William Knight, he's cut too. That was Maxim's last win, so.
Yeah. And Philipe Lins, like Joseph said, was cut. He fought Ovin St. Preux, and Ovin St. Preux was cut. So, that's an old Ovin St. Preux. And William Knight isn't that good either, I don't think.
Yeah, he got cut.
But I'm going to go Maxim Grishin to be the slightly more technical fighter and edge this one out. Probably maybe even a split decision, but I'm going to go decision for Maxim Grishin. Next up, we got Blackshear versus one of my locks, Luan Lacerda. Luan Lacerda started as an underdog, I think it was $1.95.
$1.95, now he's 170.
Now he's 170. People also see it. I like him for this, man. He has good experience. Yeah. He only lost to Cody Stamen by decision. Cody Stamen's a grinder. Blackshear, I just don't think his wrestling is good enough for Lacerda. I think Lacerda's going to find the sub on Blackshear. So I'm going to go on Lacerda to get this one done by submission.
10 wins by submission for Luan Lacerda. The black belt's in his fucking blood. He has 100% takedown defense. He's going to keep it on the feet here. And Blackshear, he has an 18% takedown accuracy. He's averaging 1 takedown, but he's definitely not going to get one against Luan Lacerda. He has a 42% takedown defense, so I think Luan can get the takedowns here. Find that submission because he has 10 out of 12. And Damon Blackshear lost to Chris Montino. We talked about that. That's not a very good loss. And if he lost to Chris Montino, he's definitely fucking losing to Luan Lacerda. And that's why the odds are moving and shifting towards a favorite for Luan. 170, still great value. And that's a good fucking lock of the week. Looking to go back-to-back again. You have 2 of them,
I
and
have 2 locks,
I'm going 2 of them too as well. And this is one of my locks of the week. Elise Reed. I got her at 210. She's 6-3. And the other 2 people that were 6-3 was Gilbert Urbina and Borishev. They both finished their last opponents on the last card. And Elise Reed's going to be fighting Jinh Frey, coming off that knockout loss to Polyana Viana. I don't think Polyana Viana is a very good fighter. No. And she also lost to Kay Hansen. OnlyFans girl there. You know, if she's losing to low-level competition like that, she's going to lose to Elise Reed. Elise Reed has 100% takedown accuracy. I think she's going to get Jinh Frey down, possibly knock her out. She has 2 knockouts and 4 decision wins. And she honestly does have the power here to knock out Jinh Frey. It's a women's fight. You never know, but at 210, I was all over Elise Reed, man.
Elise Reed dropped
Lock
the favorite pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, Jinh Frey also being 7 years old or 37 years old against a 30-year-old. Elise Reed's going to have more powerful striking, get that probably a couple takedowns with that 100% accuracy. So I'm going to go Elise Reed to edge this out in decision for sure.
Yeah, get it now. Another very good value pick for us. Lock of the week, Elise Reed.
Next up, we got Daniel Santos versus Johnny Munoz. And this was supposed to be on a card a couple cards ago. Got canceled.
2 cards ago.
Got moved to this one. Johnny Munoz last fought Ludovic Shalinian where he won, where I actually had Ludovic Shalinian. And John Castaneda, Daniel Santos KO'd him in round 2. I'm going to go Daniel Santos here. I think he has the better power. I think he's going to have the faster striking. And I think this is going to be inside the distance, so I'm going to go Daniel Santos. Most likely KO, but I'm going to go inside the distance.
Yeah, Santos is super relentless. He has a lot of forward pressure. He's training with Charles Oliveira at Shoot Box. That last one against John Castaneda, like he was getting tagged. He does absorb a lot, but man, does he ever have a fucking chin. And on the ground and on the feet, he's dangerous. He has 6 knockouts and 2 submissions as well. He's Willy Cat. He's wild as fuck. I think he's getting her done. He could pretty well be a lock play too because he's over 140.
Yeah.
So we're looking to lock in guys that are over 140. He's definitely a lockable play this week. I think he's safe to parlay as well. Johnny Munoz, you know, he's a crisp and clean boxer, but it's just not going to be enough against a wild striker like Daniel Santos, and he's coming off that knockout win too, and he dropped John Castaneda.
Yeah.
And I think Castaneda's a little bit higher level than Johnny Munoz, in my opinion. Munoz has fought some pretty low-level competition, and Shalinian, his last win, also fought some low-level competition, so I don't hold much credit over that win there for Johnny Munoz.
No, that's pretty much, like, Daniel Santos is pretty much one of the biggest locks, I'd say.
Yeah, I think Santos is a good lock pick for both of us.
Yeah. Next up, we got, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to, I might have to take this for an underdog. I literally don't know who else I can take.
There's literally no other underdogs for you.
He might even be a slight underdog by the time the fight comes, who knows, but I'm going to go Dontel Mays over Andrei Arlovski. Andrei, I think, is almost done being 13 years older. He's had a lot of fights. And I think he's just done. I think he's on the downcline. Dontel Mays has strong hands. He's 3 inches taller, has a 4-inch reach advantage. So I got to go Mays to find the KO here for sure.
Last fight, I was going Dontel Mays against Sakai, and he wasn't able to find that knockout. But Sakai's a little bit, I don't know, higher level than Arlovski. Yeah, Arlovski's been around, though, man. He's a legend, 44 years old. But that chin is a question mark for sure. He got dropped against Delima before he got submitted. But I definitely don't see Dontel finding that shot against Arlovski. I think the chin might hold up here. He's just going to pace his way to a decision. He's a backyard dog, man. I just see him getting another one here. And possibly retiring with a win here. 44, like this is coming on to then. But it would not surprise me if Dontel finds that win. But that last fight against Sakai, I was saying to myself, I'm never putting money on Dontel again. Like he looked like shit, man. Yeah, definitely cannot back him in this fight. I do not like anything I've seen from him at 9-5. That's a horrible fucking record.
I just think he's going to have a little more confidence to come out guns a-blazing against a 44-year-old that's almost out. I think he's going to be less hesitant and throw a lot more, so hopefully that happens.
But before that last loss, Arlovski won 4 fights all by a decision. And, you know, I just see him getting this one done on the judges' scorecards. He's a legend of the game.
Next up, we got John Castaneda versus Muin Gafurov.
Coming in on short notice.
I think that's how you pronounce it. But this one, I just found out about this about a couple hours ago.
This came out 5 hours ago here today.
So, I mean, it's really close. John Castaneda has had his moments in the UFC. He is a good striker, but I think this Muin guy, he's a little bit different. Has a lot of finishes. I think he'll be
only went the distance once and won. So,
and it looks like he's pretty solid. So I'm gonna go with him to get this one done. I'd say.
Yeah, all 4 losses by a decision, I believe, for Muin. Gafurov from Tajikistan. He's a finisher. He has 1 decision win. He's going to be looking for that knockout or submission. 10 knockouts, 7 submissions, I believe. And John Castaneda is coming off that knockout to Willie Cat Daniel Santos.
Hopefully this one has some good value because I'd be willing to throw it on the finish.
Yeah, these boys are going to be throwing, but I think Muin here, he's going to be better on the ground. He's going to be the better wrestler. He averages 5 takedowns. He has 100% accuracy. Castaneda's in for a very tough night, and I don't even know the odds on this one yet.
No, it doesn't say.
But I'm definitely going to be looking to bet Muin Gafurov. I see him winning this fight with ease here. Not sure if it's going to be the finish. Could be a decision, but money line, if it has value, I'll be smashing it.
Yeah.
And don't forget to smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button. We really appreciate that support. On to the main card now, Loaf. We got Jamie Mullarkey, one of the biggest underdogs on the card. 340 against Guram Kutateladze from Georgia. I like this guy, man. 12-3. Last fight was a loss to Amir Ismagulov. Just fought 2 very high-level guys. Jamie Mullarkey's definitely a step down.
Yeah.
Guram has 7 knockout wins, and he's training with Hamzat. I think he's going for the finish in this one, Loaf.
Yeah.
Easy money, Guram. He's 130. We can't lock him in, but he's fucking...
I think this is the moment for we really see how good he is at striking. Yeah. I think it's going to come in for a knockout. Mullarkey has been kind of chinny sometimes, so I'm going to go Guram to find it, man. His striking's next level.
Jamie got dropped against Michael Johnson, too, right?
Yeah.
So I think in this one, he's definitely getting dropped against Guram Kutateladze, who's been training with Hamzat, one of our favorite fighters. He only has 2 losses in his career, but they were very early. There's literally no chance for Jamie Mullarkey in this fight, I'm telling you right now.
No.
Literally none. And next up, my second lock of the week. I'm looking to go 2 for 2 on locks this week. I got 153 Karine Silva, the killer, against Ketlen Souza, 13-3. She's coming from Invicta FC. 3 losses, though. 3 finishes, all in the regional scene. If she got finished 3 times on the regional scene, 100% she's getting finished against Karine Silva. And all her wins are finishes. I don't see her losing this fight at all. It's going to be another finish for the killer, Loaf.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Lock of the week. And 153. This girl should be as big as a favorite as Natalia Silva last week. I'm surprised.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Karine Silva, without a doubt, as she gets this one done.
100% finish rate.
Definitely the stronger opponent here. I'd say better experience. So I'm going to go Karine Silva to get this done inside the distance. I'm not sure how it's going to be submission or KO, but inside the distance for sure. Next up, we got Tim Elliott versus Victor Altamirano. And I had Victor at first. I switched over to Elliott. Elliott's experience is too good. He only ever loses by, getting out wrestled or submitted, and Victor doesn't have that. He doesn't have the wrestling.
Yeah, so, Tim has high-level losses. Man.
Yeah,
he does.
Tim outstrikes everyone he fights. He bet Tagir Ulanbekov his last time out.
You had Tagir as well, so...
I'm going to go Tim Elliott. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's inside the distance, but I'm just going to take him just to win.
I like Tim Elliott kind of on the judges' scorecards here. Victor Altamirano is tough, but Elliott's just going to dance around here, get the takedowns, I think, and get the control time. He's going to look better on the feet. And one thing to mention, too, he's coming off a divorce to Gina Mazzani, who cheated on him. That fucking whore, eh? She, with Kevin Kroom, too, of anyone, on the night that they got married. So Tim Elliott's going to have some fire in this fight. The finish could be live, but I think he just dominates a decision like he did last time against Tagir.
Yeah.
I really like Tim Elliott in this fight for sure. Parlay him.
He's a good pick.
Safe to parlay. And next up, we got short notice Jared Gordon coming off that headbutt to Bobby Green. That was a no contest there. And he's fighting the backyard dog, Jim Miller, former dog of the week. And I was debating this for a dog pick, Loaf. I was debating it. He was $3. Now he's $2.40. So now I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Because I really like Jim Miller. I had him for submission last time, and he was super, super close to get the submission on Alex Hernandez in that 3rd round. And I was only 1 away. I was 3 out of 4 in that parlay for the submission specialist. I think Jim might submit him. I honestly do. I think he will. Yeah, he's a dog, man. And on the feet, he's a dog. But Jared Gordon, he's going to sit on the bike and just try to win a decision here like he did against Patty. Like he was almost en route to do against Bobby Green. Like he had a very good first round against Bobby. But something I noticed, he has a good first round, and then he kind of fades in the 2nd and 3rd. So I don't know. This is definitely a sketchy fight. Odds have came down a little bit on Jim Miller. I'm liking the underdog, but for right now, fuck. I want to hear your prediction before I make my pick.
I like.
I'm all over the place on this one.
I think Jared Gordon's really going to show it this time. I mean, his last one against Patty, pretty controversial. He actually rocked Patty a couple times in that.
He did, yeah.
And even against Bobby, he was holding his own until that headbutt.
He was.
So, I mean, he's a good striker, really good wrestler as well. He also gets his own takedowns. I don't think he should do that against Miller. It could be risky because Miller will probably get the sub.
He can't do that.
But Jared Gordon on the feet, man, I mean, he's actually got good hands. So I think Jared Gordon's going to put on a show here. I got Jared Gordon by decision.
Yeah, I'm sticking with you, Jared Gordon, by decision. But just a fair warning, Jim Miller, he's a backyard dog. He's going to be going for that submission. If he gets it in, it's going to be tight.
He's upset me before, so.
Yeah, and last fight against Alex Hernandez, that was very, very close.
I had Hernandez.
To being over. And next up, we got my dog of the week, making his second appearance for my underdog of the week. We got Daniel Pineda, 100% finish rate. He has 9 knockouts and 19 submissions, coming off that submission to Tucker Lutz. And Alex Caceres, he beat my lock of the week, Julian Erosa, by head kick. That was phenomenal, but Erosa's chin's long gone. Long fucking gone. I don't even look at that as like a big win for Caceres. Caceres lost to Sodik Yusuf by a decision. Daniel Pineda is going to be one of the most dangerous opponents that Alex Caceres has fought to date. I think he's going to find that finish. He has a 100% finish rate, like I said. Super, super dangerous. He got caught for roids. He had a 2-year stint, but he came back and he looked phenomenal against Tucker Lutz. If it goes to the ground, man, I can see that submission.
Yeah.
I'm leaning submission right now. Yeah. Daniel Pineda.
This one I'm back and forth on. I started off with Caceres. Now I'm over with Pineda as well. I got to look into it some more. Caceres pulls out those funky wins, man. He pulls out those crazy knockouts sometimes. So I'm going to have to look at it. He does have a good reach, good height. So I'll have to look. But right now I got Daniel Pineda inside the distance. And
I'm looking at my paper here. Alex Caceres only has the 1 knockout loss and 7 submission losses. Yeah, so that's a red flag for Caceres if it's going to the ground.
Yeah.
And he also got submitted to Kron Gracie, and we just seen how good Kron Gracie looked a couple weeks ago.
He looked real good.
Yeah, he looked phenomenal. And next up, we got the main event. Me and Loaf are disagreeing. I was back and forth on this one too. This is a very tricky card, Loaf, top to bottom. But I'm going to stick with my gut on this one. I'm going Kai Kara-France. I think he's going to get the knockout against Amir Albazi, who hasn't really fought the upper echelon guys yet. His last fight against Alessandro Costa should have got him out there earlier. And he also has a loss to Jose Torres, who isn't even in the UFC yet. And he got dropped in that fight. Now he's going to fight a guy who just fought for the championship against Brandon Moreno, has experience against Pantoja. I think Kara-France is going to find that lucky shot and put his lights out. It's a coin flip right now. Super close fight. But Amir Albazi on the ground, he's super dangerous. He wants that title shot. And he's been saying he was always the #1 contender since he came to the UFC. We're about to find out.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, I'm going the opposite way. I got Amir Albazi. Like I said, this guy is really good, puts out really good numbers. Never been finished. Kai Kara-France has been finished 6 times. So I got to go for Amir Albazi inside the distance. And I know people are going to call me crazy, but I'm actually kind of thinking more of the KO. I think he's going to find. He's got 6 knockouts. Amir Albazi, he's got quite a few.
Kara-France is going to come out there and swing and bang. He's going to be looking for the KO, so he could possibly get caught against Albazi. Albazi does have power in his own rights.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'm worried about, his last 5 fights were all bottom 15 opponents. Kara-France has been fighting top 5 guys. I got to go with the guy that's fighting the better guys, man. Kara-France. He was a former champion in another organization. He has serious power in his hands. I can see him getting that knockout shot here.
Yeah, he could.
He knocked out Cody Garbrandt cold. Albazi, this is a huge, huge test here. And he's been dropped before, and we don't really know how good his chin is. But if it goes to the ground, it's Albazi's fight.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Now the locks of the week. Lowe's 3 in a row on locks. Last week he hit both his locks. Looking to go back-to-back. Who you got?
I got Elise Zaleski to Santos to get it done over Nurmagomedov. I think he's going to surprise the people there. He has the power to. And after that, I'm going to go.
He definitely has the power to. He spin and wheel kicked Sean Strickland there. That was a big win for him.
Yeah.
2 years away. Diego Ferreira came back, looked good. This is another guy 2 years away. Could do him some good.
Yeah. And then I got Luan Lacerda to get it done by submission.
Yeah. The black belt is in his blood, Lacerda. 10 wins by submission.
The 2 Brazilians.
Double Brazilian locks for you. I got 1 Brazilian on my locks. I got Karine Silva, the killer, 100% finish rate. I think she's going to dominate the debut fighter who has 3 regional scene finished losses. And I also got Elise Reed. She was 210. Now she's 180. I think she's going to dominate a girl that's 8 years older than her, that's coming off a knockout loss. and also has a loss to an OnlyFans finest, Kay Hansen. Yeah, easy win for Elise Reed, easy win for Karine Silva. I know it's women's MMA. The women's fighters are going to come in here, though, and get it done for me. Last week, I would have been 3 for 4 on the women's fights if I didn't switch on Mackenzie Dern. So now it's time for the underdogs of the week. Loaf's underdog this week is an even money fight. But
yeah, I can't take anybody else. I can't. It would go against my pick, so I got to go Dontel Mays.
And for my underdog, I got a bit of value. He's 230, 100% finish rate, so he's likely going to get that finish. Daniel Pineda, 28-14. He's going to come in here. Likely get the submission, I think, against Alex Caceres, who got submitted 7 times in his career. Caceres is tricky on the feet. Pineda's going to look to take it to the ground.
Yeah.
Easy money. And that's my second time taking Pineda for my underdog of the week, so hopefully it does me good. And don't forget to smash the like button and suplex the subscribe button. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to give away $500. Setting up a giveaway bot in our Discord. Make sure you join that. Give your lock of the week, your dog of the week. People are in the prediction chat right now. We're talking in there, having some fun. I'm going to post the props of the weeks, locks of the weeks, dogs of the weeks in the Discord. Absolutely free, so join that. But if you want access to all of our bets, the platinum picks, forecast forensic, live bets, and more, only $5 a month, exclusive and early access on Patreon. Hop on that now. The link is in the description below. We're going to be back Friday for the post-weigh-in face-off show and final predictions. Thanks for watching these early predictions. It's out there a little bit early this week, but
I may as well get it out early.
We're going to catch some line movement, even though we're not taking too many underdogs. But some of the favorites are pretty good value. Locks of the week, very good value. Let's fucking start a streak here, Loaf. Let's get her going.
Yes, sir. And we'll see you next week.